Give me some insight with Illuminate, or can you illuminate how you're fostering a supportive community for parents?
What we're starting off with,
Welcome to Entrepreneurs, the Playbook, and I have a special guest today. Gary Surdam is here, president at Bright Start Ed Tech, one of the areas in businesses that I most am prioritizing, and they have a new mobile app. But first, welcome Gary to the Playbook.
thank you, David. I appreciate it. And thank you for having me on your podcast. I'm excited to share some good news that is happening. In fact, news that came out this morning. So I'm happy to share with you.
Well, no pun intended, but illuminate for me.
What came out this morning is we have been working on our mobile app that is basically taking technology, personalized learning, and emotional intelligence and putting it together in a mobile app that is designed for the success of every student, not only in America but around the world. And so we've been hard working on it. I've kind of gone a different route. Again, as a startup, you end up with $0, and you end up trying to make ends meet. I brought in some interns from USC, from Arizona State University, from Berkeley, that are getting their masters in computer science. And they helped to put together our mobile app, our phase one of our mobile app. And in fact, what happened is we ended up bringing on three of the interns after they had finished their internship, and we gave them equity into the company. So now they are equity partners. And the great news is this morning we got notification from the Apple Store that our mobile app has been approved. And within the next 24 hours, it will be live for any parent that wants to download it and get things going.
And what is the name of the mobile app?
The mobile app is Illuminate.
With two O's.
Illuminate. And if you don't mind, I want to share a little bit about how Illuminate came about.
Please do.
10 years ago, 10 years ago, I was doing a online class for students in Thailand. And I gave them an engineering problem. And their goal was to solve the problem. Their minds were just going and going. You can see them thinking. And then all of a sudden, this young man's eyes and face illuminated. He understood what the solution was, and within seconds, he gave me the solution. And so 10 years ago, I had that idea on let's start a mobile app that's going to give students those illuminating moments more often in their lives. 10 years ago, I did a crowdfunder and I raised a total of $95. So our life has changed since then. 10 years ago, we didn't even think about AI, or if we thought about AI, it was something in the far distance. Now we have AI technology that we are at the right place at the right time. It took 10 years to go from where we were to where we're at now. But what we have is the AI technology that will take the students' learning style. We'll take the students' grade level. We'll take the students' strengths and weaknesses and put them together in a content that is focused on STEAM education, science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics, in which in the United States alone, students are falling through the cracks because they're not engaged and they're not interested or the motivation is not there. But when we have this mobile app that's going to just illuminate their emotions and illuminate their learning, it will go on forever.
It's so important because I always say there's no lazy students, there's only lazy parents. And you've created a companion as well for the parents' journey and really focusing in on three different things as a parent of four and also so challenged with the academic alignment and opportunity that exists today and the variance as my kids have gone through from inception to this execution of YouTube learning and all types of different separation through COVID. But there needs to be a space where parents not only can come together, but share their experience and insights and also support each other in the growth and the changes and transformations and opportunities that exist that, it would be impossible without a communal type of organization or opportunity to truly know what's available, even, let alone what the issues are. Give me some insight with Illuminate, or can you illuminate how you're fostering a supportive community for parents?
What we're starting off with, and there's phase one and phase two. Phase one is to really bring our parents in as the number one and most important teachers in the lives of their children. And I wrote a book right after the pandemic, or right in the middle of COVID, that basically how to recapture that love of parenting, because kids were in the home 24/7. They were online, and sometimes parents were very stressed. So the Candle of Hope was a kind of a book that kind of brought in, here's some strategies, let's work on that. My latest book is a companion to our Illuminate, called Illuminate, Igniting Your Parenting Journey. And so what we do is the same thing, is we give our parents the opportunity to just look at, how do we become that educational leader at home? What can I do to help my child to be successful? And so we start off with an affirmation. As parents, we tend to really get down on ourselves and think, that parent is better than I am. But in reality, we're all learning. We're all learning, and it probably goes on forever. But we start off with an affirmation, which they can choose to get maybe once a week or twice a week. That's going to really a push notification, just giving them a thumbs up. From there, they get into an activity to work with their child, whether it's on building character, building caring, building responsibility. But there's step by step, 3 steps, and then it goes into age level. Do I have a 3 to 5 year old? Do I have a 6 to 9 year old? And what can I do? But it goes beyond that, because what we do is we give the parents resources that they can go to, and they can see. For instance, we have Dr. Martinez, who talks about social emotional learning, and has written books, and has videos, and has podcasts that they can click on and they can watch as she presents. She is also one of our presenters that is on our, we call it conversation. Once a week, parents can log on to our mobile app, and they can get some training from, like, Dr. Martinez or myself, on parenting skills, and it's engaging. It's not a one way. It's an engaging webinar that they can be involved in. But there's also community where they can come together and strengthen each other and talk about how some of our activities have been successful, but maybe one of them has not. And they can give each other some suggestions. Well, I did it this way and it worked really well. So that community is an amazing part of the whole parent mobile app. And the last part is journaling. Journaling is a key to reflect on how it went. Number one, how did I engage with my child? How did I use this activity to do the best and be that? I believe that our parents need to be our number one cheerleader for their children. They need to be behind them and supporting them 100%. And not wait until they get into high school and say, what happened? Where did they get? How did they get to where they were? But start from the very beginning, 3 years old, 5 years old, 10 years old, and continue that process. So that's phase one. And it's going to be for the next 18 months while we're building phase two, which is going to really focus on the student. looking at the way the student learns. And because of the input that we're going to get from parents, from teachers, and really from the students, we're going to develop a program that is going to hit the mark every single time for our students and give them those illuminating moments.
And none of this runs without fuel. And the fuel of business, even education business, ed tech businesses, is capitalization. Currently, you're raising money. I was hoping you could give me a little bit of an insight on where best people can invest. I know you were on Go Fund Yourself, the number one show on Cheddar, and with the crowdfunding aspect. But curious for all of those people that are interested in doing well and doing good, investing in something that will have social impact and create great legacy for our country and even the world. Can you illuminate the financial opportunity that exists?
Yes, we are on a crowdfunding program or platform called Funding Hope. Funding Hope. I myself am a professor of global education, and I teach the UNESCO's 17 Sustainable Development Goals. And one of them is number 4, developing or basically providing every student with a quality education. So, what Funding Hope does is it takes each one of those 17 sustainable goals and finds companies that are focused on building that within the community. So, we have a crowdfunding event there. They can also go to our website, which is Illuminate. Now, Illuminate is spelled with 2 O's. ILLOOMINATE.net. Illuminate. Let me tell you a little bit about Illuminate. The 2 O's come together and form infinity because once a child has those illuminating moments, learning can go on forever. When parents have those illuminating moments, learning can go on forever. So that's where we brought those 2 O's together and make it a little different. But they can go there. There is on our website. There's an investor tab that they can click on, and they can find out more about our company. There's a video on there. There's an opportunity to help us to grow. But what we're really focused on. Let's build a team. Let's bring investors in that are going to help us to reach millions. Basically, I have to share with you, I've had a business called Bright Start International Education where we focused internationally, working a lot with the Asian countries. I felt, and I ran it as an educator. And I felt in order for this project to be successful, I needed to run it as an entrepreneur. I needed to learn how to make my company sustainable. So at my age, and I don't look at it as old as I am, I went back to school. And in fact, during COVID, I got an education through Harvard Business Online that taught me everything I need to know to really help our company to be sustainable, but not only reach thousands, but reach millions around the world. And I really feel positive. You know, as an entrepreneur, you come up with ways of making it work. Right now, we were very successful in bringing our interns in, but now it's time for us to take it further. And by the investments of others, we're going to really take it way on beyond our imagination because we could only do so much. But once the app is up and it's running and we're reaching more users, we need to build that momentum and move it forward.
And moving it forward, you are with intention doing, saying, thinking, feeling, and believing the best to build a community of parents and students who want to help each other and know people that can help each other through years of experience, education, with intelligence, intuition, and inspiration. It's people like Gary Surdam that are changing the world. Congratulations on their mobile app, Illuminate with 2 O's, the infinite amount of potential that our country and our students have. Let it be your companion for parenting in that difficult and rewarding journey. I congratulate you. Everybody, download the app, Illuminate. It's in the Apple App Store. We can get it by the time this airs. Thank you so much, Gary, for all the work that you're doing and will do. Let's all partner strategically with the best companies in the best places doing the best things. That would be Illuminate. Thank you, Gary Surdam, once again for joining me. This is David Meltzer with Entrepreneurs, the Playbook.